So let us start streaming. Okay, so there's OBS and we have to start. Okay, so we have created a Dart project and then we have created this. Mm, We just started this app. Okay, and now we got to register the app. Add DM to uh, settings.py file, right? So we have .dm project and we're going to settings.py and we added dm here. Okay, so that is done. Next, what do we do? Mm, we have to create a query object, I guess, right? So let's create a query object inside dm. Mm, let's get rid of this. Okay, so we go to models.py and here let's import time zone from django.utils import time zone. And then from django.contrib.auth.models import user. Okay, now let's create a class called query. I'm not sure if query is something. Hmm, let's just call it dm query. What do you say? Okay, query dm. Okay, so that is a class that inherits from model and here let's have a variable that can have status choices. CHOICES. We'll have to put this in environment variable. So let's have something called mm, so it's like so I think it should be mm, it should be either it is processed, right? So it should be under draft status or so this is like okay, mm, draft, or you can have say mm, let's call this processing and ROCSSING, and you can have one more with a trailing comma. Okay, I think that will be forgiven. And ROCSSED. Okay, and processed. Okay, okay. So we have that. We'll see what else we can do. Okay, then we have a title that you can give models dot. This is a car field. Uh, we'll give a max underscore a length of say 250. Mm, then we have a slug, which is like used for the URL. Uh, Models dot slug field with a max uh, length. We'll also give this 250, and say we'll give it a unique for date is equal to publish. Okay, yep. Then we'll have one other is models and models dot a foreign key is a user, sorry, user with an on DLETE is equal to models dot cascade CAD. So when the user is deleted, this will also be deleted. Okay, and you want to add anything related to name. Okay, we'll add a related name is equal to data mart underscore QUER query. Okay, yeah, that's it. Then we have query text, which is equal to, I guess it's just a text field models dot text field publish which is a date. So models dot date time field, and we'll set that equal to default time zone dot now. And then we have created, if I can, models models dot, it will also be a date time date oh, models dot date time field, and this will be auto and underscore now is equal to true. Okay, if I can just type. Okay, so we have created as this. think it should be auto now underscore add and updated is equal to models dot date models dot date time field auto underscore now is equal to true. Okay, we either have that. Then we have status, which is equal to models dot array. Why can't I type this models dot character field and this max length 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, we'll just give it a max length is equal to say 15. Okay, and choices is equal to status underscore choices that, and then we have default is equal to draft. What else? Then we have class meta and ordering is equal to ordering is equal to I guess it should be minus or publish vub message, and then okay, that is there. Then we have define str method of self as return. Let's just do self dot didd. Okay. So the unique for date parameter is so that you can build URLs for posts using the publish date and slug. So they can have them, yeah, different. So multiple queries cannot have the slug. Okay. So now we have all that. This meta has metadata. Okay, then what else? What else? We have to activate this. Okay, I guess all that is done. So let's make migrations. Python manage.py make migrations dm. What the? Module django.db has no attribute model. Oh, sorry. Models.model. Okay. Now that that is done, okay, so we have all that. then I should be able to go to uh, models and make migrations. We did that. Okay. I should be able to go to activate, and so it created the model query DM, which is good. So that's a query. Okay, so inside migrations, it created this. Okay, very good. And so what was that? We have to migrate that. Huh? Query DM. Very good. Auditing. Let's just recheck once again. So we have draft processing. Let's just call this ready. Oh, so it goes into okay. Okay, and so that is ready. Let's see migrations initial.py. Okay, processing process draft. Let's make migrations again, and this time so initial ready. Huh. So if I delete this and if I delete this and then okay, and let's make migrations again. You see, now I have one single. I have everything again. Okay, that is good. Okay, so we made migrations. Now I know, and then we have to just uh, we can take a look at the SQL, right? Mm, okay, but since it's already done, python manage.py migrate done. Okay, then it says dm initial. Okay, and then it is done. Okay, so now let's create a super user for this. So python manage.py create super user, right? And username. So it'll use, I'll use my thing, email address. It's asking me for an email address. So let's just okay, we'll go offline and do it. Where is it? You're asking for email address. Okay. Array, what is happening here? So did it go? Okay. So email address should be okay. Set the email address, and then it's asking for a password. What password can you give? Okay, now we have super user created successfully. So let me clear the screen and let's make this small again. Okay, so doesn't matter. So let's go to this site, a new site, and since we have to run server, right? So control and since we have to run server for, so that will be python manage.py run server. Okay, and we have opened it successfully in the browser. Let's go to admin page and here what. Oh, okay, so we have that. Now we can see that we have users, we have groups, but we need models. Why is models not showing up? So I'm guessing you have to go to the admin.py file. Where is VS Code? In the Dango project. No, in the DM. And here you have to register your models. So from admin.site. No. No, no. From dot models import q query DM and you will have to admin.site.register query DM. Okay, so now when I go to this slash admin query DM s, what is query DMS? Okay, so there are 0 query DMs. Query Didamat queries. So you have to import it and you have to register it inside the DM thing. Okay, now that we've done that, we will create a new post, add a query DM. So let's call this QUERY1. Oh, okay. So this is very good. So all this is automatically being done. Okay. Okay, that is very nice. Okay. So if we just test query, Author is Arul. Select star from IMDb. And you are, it's going to draft. Time, you are ahead of server time. Yes, I know. Okay. Okay. Save and continue editing. Save and save. Okay. So we have query one. Okay. Now we'll how to customize change in this. Okay. Oh, what is happening here? Okay. So let's create a class. Where is this? This one. And here we will say admin.py in query DM. We'll say at the rate, instead of doing it like this, you can do at the rate admin.register. You can say query DM and then class QUERYDM admin. Maybe I'll just stop server once. Okay. List underscore display is equal to let's do title, author. Okay, we'll take slug and publish and status. Okay. And since we are so ouch. This is called Q text. Q text. Select title, author, publish status. Okay. So now let's go back to our browser and we'll refresh this. Did we stop our server? Oh, it has to actually inherit from admin.modelAdmin. Yeah, now Let's refresh this now. Very good. Draft processing ready. Okay, we have all these to see here. Who wrote, when it was written. We have sorting on publish, starting on status. Okay, data mart query. Yes, okay. Okay, so let's close this. Okay, control C. Okay, so let's see what we did here. So list display is going to tell the field that you want to display on the object list page. Okay, so if I go inside, I will still be able to see everything else. And that is slow. Acha, because you stopped it. Hmm. Select star from HiveDB. Okay, this is like this. If I blank this, okay, okay, just ignore it. Okay, it's in draft status. So the class is registered using a custom class that inherits from model admin. How you display the list display class post admin. You're telling the Django admin side that the model is registered in this size using a custom class that inherits from model admin. You can include information about how to display and how to interact with it. The list display allows you to set fields of your model that you want to display on the admin site. Okay, register function that you replace. The decorator same function as function that you replace. Let's customize some more options. Okay, we did that. Data hierarchy, we did that. Okay, so filters are here. Okay, first they're ordered by status and then they're ordered by publish. Okay, that's what we did. Okay. Uh, okay. Add post, and you will also, as you type the new slug field, is filled in automatically. Is it? Let's see. No, discard. Okay, so what changes them? So if I go to VS Code and then slug is this admin.py previous slug is title comma. Acha. Okay. So we have order is now displayed with lookup widget and scale much better than drop down when you have thousands of users. The lookup widget. Huh. So we go here, let's say add, and we'll say mm, all calls. So this is automatically being generated, and the other is it has a slug field. Okay. So again, we'll just take our rule and select uh, star. We'll write top 10 star from Hive DB. Okay, and then processing, and we'll save this. Please correct the value below. Select a valid choice. I did. Save. What? Okay. Save. Okay. Okay, so we have that in processing and like this. Okay. Now you have to manage only trying to learn how to in database and interact with it. Okay. So there is an object relational mapper. A free API to interact. You can find there in models. Python manage.py shell. Okay, so to interact with it, you can do this kind of stuff. Okay, so we can do that, and you can use a filter method, and you can use okay order by deleting. Creating it does not involve until it is evaluated. A query set, usually another unevaluated query sets. You can concatenate many filters. You can do not hit that until the query set is evaluated. It transacts into a SQL query to the database, and you slice them. When you pickle or cache them, objects is the default manager of every model that appears. All objects is a default manager. Okay, however, define custom manager. Retrieve the published status. There are two ways to customize a model. You can add extra manager to the existing manager, or by modifying the initial that maintain the manager object. Okay, first method provides. Okay, so say you want to get models.py. Here inside your models.py, you can add one more that is ready. Okay, okay, and let's not call this ready manager. Okay, Okay. Okay, we have this. And in this, uh, here we will go objects is equal to models dot manager and ready is equal to ready manager ready manager models. That is the default manager. This is the ready manager. Okay. Okay. So if I want to test this, so I'll go Control C. Python manage.py shell. So from dm dot models import query dm. Okay. Yes. query dm dot. I don't think there is any ready, right? So let's just make this into ready. Array. Python manage run server. Okay. Ready dot file title underscore starts with all. Hmm. All calls. If I don't filter, okay. 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 Let's start by creating a view to display the list of posts to make it look like this. So we'll go to views.py. Huh. Which views.py is views.py. Okay. You will import render get object or 404 and from dot models, which is in this, import query DM and define query query DM underscore list. Alright, okay, that is a request, and query DMs is equal to query DM dot all dot objects dot all. Right. So if I go to this, so I have to say from dm dot models, from dm dot models import query DM and query DM dot objects dot all. Okay. So meanwhile, we get another request.